Hello. All right, you guys, we are going to be in huge transitions really soon. All right, if we're not feeling them, there's going to be a huge shift astrologically, and we're going to feel it undoubtedly down here below. And so how, you ask? Well, fuck. Let's dive in, okay? Make sure that you're taking purposeful steps, number one, okay? And this read is going to work. It's going to be, you're going to feel this read. It's going to be, important all the way up through March, okay? And so whenever you see this up until then, and even after, all right, I guess whenever you see this, whatever the fuck, is when you're supposed to. However, I want to just dive in really quick because we are in currently, at the time of this make, the Taurus moon, okay? And this is where Uranus is currently at, and it's the ruling planet for Aquarius. And so why am I bringing these up? Because this is only a small portion of this huge shift we'll all undeniably be facing and therefore feeling. Okay, so first out, I noticed that this card dropped. This is the Nine of Swords. And so what this talks about is nightmares. If you've been going through some shit, right? We all have. It's time to unenmesh yourself in it, okay? There's situations that we need to, what this card is saying, Gemini, Libra, Aquarius energy, we're just speaking energy. And by the way, subscribe, like, follow if you haven't yet, all the platforms. Join the family over there on the Facebook, over 21,000 followers and growing. That's our tribe. That's where we do some free reads and all the things that are live. And so thank you for being here, you guys. I'm truly, really grateful. Life has been shifting. What this card, back to this, okay. What this card talks about is a bigger picture that we don't see because we're so entrapped in a fucking nightmare, and I'm not saying that it's always feeling like a nightmare, because look at this energy. Her hands are tied. Okay, I am seeing the Jupiter sign here also. And so Jupiter is a ruling planet for Sag. Any Sag is out there. This is about expansion, and it currently is in the sign of Aries, where Chiron, the wounded healer, sits and has been sitting for a while, and Venus is there too right now. And this is our relationships. It's like our hands feel tied. However, she's holding on to whoever this is, they're holding on to a string. And what they don't realize is at any point they can let go of the string and undo the attachments, okay? So we're being guided during this time to detach. Really ask ourselves, how teachable are we? How flexible and how honest are we being with ourselves? Because we're realizing the more honest we get with ourselves, the more clarity that comes in when it comes to our situations, our experiences, what burdens us, what doesn't, right? We're receiving some type of acknowledgement about our own value during this time. And so at the time of this reading, Mercury, ruling planet for Gemini and Virgo, is currently in Aquarius. And so, and Saturn's there too. And that's the other big thing as I'm sitting here talking about this. It's Saturn's the ruling planet for angels. Saturn is the ruling planet. I don't know why I'm drawing a blank. Capricorn is what I'm getting. Okay. And so the thing of the matter is, in Capricorn, Saturn's been in Capricorn for a while. I'm also a psychic medium, and so I am a past therapist turned this full time. So I am actually a receiver, and I am receiving that Saturn is in Capricorn. And one of the biggest shifts that we're going to be having is Mercury, where Saturn is currently with Mercury in Aquarius, is that Mercury is going to move into Pisces like March 2nd. Okay, this is one of the biggest, and this feels like a tangent side note. However, here we go. When I receive, it just comes out. So this is going to be one of the biggest moves because Saturn is joining the party after being in Aquarius for a while, Saturn's going to move into Pisces, and its ruling planet is Neptune, and it's there. It's going to join Neptune, okay? And so could be extreme blow-ups when this happens, okay? And I'm getting that my ears are ringing, so if anybody's ears are ringing, pay attention. That's the time to really pay attention, alert yourself and be aware. Saturn is entering Pisces March 7th, and Neptune will already be there. So that's about our illusions falling. It ties into the dreams, the aspirations that we have not been meeting because we are too enmeshed in something. So if we've had different goals and we're like hungry for more, then it's time to, what this is telling me, along with all these astrological insights, it's time to fucking start paying attention and think of your goals in order to, manifest them. Now, keep in mind that to undo these ties, we have to start focusing on positive things. So for every negative aspect that occurs that feels entrapping and painful, work to tell yourself, okay, I'm catching myself thinking this negative thought. Now I'm going to start with one thing positive to counterbalance that, right? And so keep in mind also that the Nine of Swords is the nightmares right before the ending, a conclusion, the Ten of Swords. And so one step at a time in order to set your heart free from these shackles, this rope, okay? Whether that be through meditation, whether that, every day for the week. And meditation doesn't have to be like in a yoga studio or anything. It's do what makes you feel comfortable. If it's dancing, dance. If it's writing, fucking write. Okay, take action, because swords are also about our actions. It's how we communicate. Take a pause back and really go within with this Venus and Chiron and Jupiter all in Aries right now. Use this to your advantage while Mercury is also still in Aquarius with Saturn. Saturn is about our boundaries, okay? It's the no planet for me. You're in a spiritual evolution. Right now, it's time to really accept that you are valuable. You're valuable. So these ropes that are binding you, the coulda, woulda, shouldas, the bullshit that people have fed us about ourselves that we began to believe, it's like growing up, this is like this energy of tying into astrologically. Anytime that we're told something enough, whether we used to believe it or not, we begin to believe it. It's like, right, the positive, an example would be, if a child is told all the time that they're dumb or stupid, after a time, they're going to start believing that, okay? And so it's the same thing that you could just write a little positive note and put it on your mirror. And then when you read it every day, you're subconsciously reminding yourself of your own greatness, and therefore undoing the ropes that have you bound. It's a false bound. It's a false illusion that you are stuck or trapped in something. There's a feeling of an unfinished business. It's something you may want closure that's caused a fork in the road. However, it's like now you're seeing with these astrological transits a bigger picture, okay? So really observe as you move forward, because when Saturn enters Pisces, after being in Capricorn for so long, everything's gonna drop. Shit's gonna unfold. Any lies are gonna surface, okay? And then Mars leaves Gemini and enters Cancer at the end of March. And so it's going to be turbulence. However, the month of March is going to be a really big deal. You're going to be, some of you could be traveling, I'm getting, because you're breaking free from this. Things could be feeling extra slow, with the Knight of Pentacles here at the bottom of the deck. For the overall energy as of right now, it's the slowest moving knight in the deck, and this is Virgo, Cap, Taurus energy. And so because of this shift that is happening, it's like we're asking ourselves, how do I want to be? What does it mean to me to be connected? Start with ourselves. What do I need to do that makes me feel happy, right? Maybe feels like things are taking forever. Remember when we were little and sometimes it feels like the days lasted forever, and the older we get, it's like, holy shit. It's like, even though the hours can feel like a snail, at the end of the day, it's like, whoa, where did the time go? Okay, it's kind of like this energy is going to slowly start picking up. Okay, this ropes are slowly going to be released. Tell me more, angels. Wow, the 9 of Wands. You're gonna feel really defensive. It's like also an energy of surrendering because it's tied to the Tower. The Tower moments here. So this is fire energy, Leo, Sag, Aries energy, and the Tower's Aries energy. I'm really drawn to the background here of the darkness and the mountains that are all lit up. And this, from what it looks like almost like a barrier falling. Okay, after heartbreak and pain. I mean, this energy is completely battered and beaten, whether this be tangibly, physically a thing for you, or it's just mentally and psychologically, and just one thing after another. It feels like you're not getting a break. The break is coming in March. All right, the break is coming with this Tower. The Tower is about liberation. We have to let go in order of old things, because that's not where we're at now, right? And so the Towers are going to, remember when I said we're not going to avoid feeling all of these shifts? This is the shift. We are not going to, it's like tapped out. Mercy. Okay, I get it now. And therefore, whether we have a conclusion or not, whether we've gotten the forgiveness, the sorries, the endings that we've wanted, we have to work internally to just fucking surrender. Okay? Surrender. And we do this by allowing ourselves to take that step back and observe and ask ourselves the big question: where have I not been open enough to others? Where have I felt like, where am I being judgmental? That's really towards others. That's really about myself. Okay. And this is going to be difficult for many. All right. This is about, unresolved issues from the past, and letting go that we may, and coming to terms with it's holding on to that is keeping us from our own enjoyment. Right. And so we're reaching this time where, it's important to reflect, absolutely, with this Pisces, because we're in the season of Pisces right now. However, pay attention to your heart, because it's working to guide you in a direction that will better help you resolve. The more that we're able to come to terms with our own bullshit, the more we are able to recognize others around us bullshit. And this is the story. These are the stories to communicate in order to free and liberate and surrender yourself. I'm also being guided to the fact that there are 2 9s here: the 9 of Swords and the 9 of Wands. Okay, wands are about our passions. It can be also a little bit of our ego. Okay, that was passive. It can be about our ego. All right, and it's fire energy. And so the Swords is about how we communicate, how our actions. Okay, and so the number 9, if I were to think about what numerology is, tie this into numerology, it's independence. We are going to recognize all the places that we have felt codependent, whether it be on our thoughts that cycle and continue to recycle and upcycle, in all the ways that are keeping us back from our own greatness, or whether it be a habit, a thought process, a movement, an action, whether it be eating, shopping, gambling, like whatever the fuck it's going to be. This is a general reading overall. However, we're working to overcome codependency, to untie the grasp in order to surrender, in order to, move forwards and liberate ourselves. At the bottom of the deck, the Knight of Wands. Okay, one of the fastest moving knights in the deck. What else do we have here? And another 9, the 9 of Wands, like this, the shadow aspect. I can't make this up. All right, it's like many of you could be ending a relationship that you know that you've needed to, whether it be a family member, maybe it's withdrawing with the old you even. Okay, something that has plagued you, or that you've played, or a game of life that you continue to do, whether it be going to a job you hate, right, and you just play along because it's what you're supposed to do, but it keeps you unhappy and feeling trapped. This is falling. Allow yourself to recognize what needs to shift in your own life. Use these astrological shifts for you. It's working for you, okay? Communicate what you need to. Tell your secrets with the moon in reverse, all right? And then take the leap with the Fool there on faith. The moon is the ruling planet for Cancer, okay? It's our intuition. It's our secrets we keep. With it in reverse here, it's as though in order to surrender, we're getting honest with ourselves. Okay, others are also getting honest with us, right? Many of you are going to have some type of situation fully end with the closure you've desired, right? Whether you make that happen or somebody decides on the other side of things to have that happen, and so, there's magic in this. There's magic in this, and it just requires you to stay focused. I'm seeing the Ace of Cups in reverse, Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio energy. Maybe it's that for the time being, in order to acclimate through this, you really dive in for yourself, right? Instead of always putting everybody else first, you give that back to yourself and release any guilt that you may make for doing that, for taking care of you. It's okay to take care of you, all right? I want to just leave everybody with, okay, you could have money coming in, all right? For many of you, this is about a huge shift and transition career-wise, financially, that's going to be bringing abundance. If it's not money, okay, this is also, I'm noticing card number 14. And so when I think about number 14, and also I'm seeing the fish, this reminds me of Pisces energy. Okay, 14 is about changes. It can also be about conflict. So there could be something home at the bottom of the deck in reverse that is shifting for you that doesn't feel good in the like right away. However, the payoff is big at the end. Okay, and I just want to do one more here. I'm feeling guided to just give one more. With this home in reverse, this is our root chakra. It doesn't have to be, although we did have the 10 of Cups here in reverse, it doesn't have to necessarily be a physical space. It can be the comfortability that we hold for ourselves. Start nurturing yourself, because I am getting with this in reverse, it's like your heart needs some warmth, and we're done relying on receiving that warmth external. It's time to give it to ourselves. Teach ourselves how to embody that warmth and safety that we deserve. Okay, angel messages here to leave these people. Check out my daily reads. Okay, every morning I work to release those. Hold the space. Okay, tell me more. This is Druid. Hold the space. Set your sights higher and trust the higher forces. Okay, by number at the bottom of the deck, connecting to your emotions. All right, people, this is a time to use this month to celebrate you. Use this month of March to really ask yourself how teachable you are, what's important to you, and then go that direction. It's time to take action without guilt tripping yourself. You deserve greatness. Allow yourself to be great. Okay, I'm gonna leave it there. I'm Jamie, Soulshine 1111. Thanks for being here. If this resonates, Like, follow, subscribe if you feel guided, and find me on all the platforms. And to book your own personal dive deep, soulshine1111.com. Until next time, you guys, be loved, be together. Go, girl.